Alrighty, we're on. We're live. We're starting. Here we go. Alright, everything's set up. And guys, you are allowed to go and watch the live stream if you wish, but just, leave it on a different tab whilst we're actually playing so you don't see anything that you shouldn't see. Obviously, every view helps in getting the stream started. We've got a bit of a different setup today for the live stream. We've actually got everybody's little Discord images at the bottom, which is really cool. And they should light up when different people are speaking, different people with different characters, and that hopefully will allow you guys who are watching to follow along with who's talking, who's asking questions, and everything should be fine.
Hell yeah.
We can see you. You shouldn't be able to see me. I'm not on camera. I'm gonna put some fucking tape on my camera lens. Better not be able to see me, mage. But yeah, everything's set up and we're going to get started. So before we jump into things, and if you are watching this and you want to get straight into the meat of the session, I'm probably going to put like a little timestamp on when we officially start adventuring. But I'm going to allow the players who were playing last week to tell the things that they found, the things that they collected from the orcs that they slayed, and you guys are going to be able to buy some new equipment you guys are going to be able to use for today. So, how many sets of armor do you guys have?
I have 3.
You have 3?
Yep, and a great axe.
And a great axe.
Carrying 3 sets of chainmail, a club, a short bow, 20 arrows, and a quiver.
That is a lot of stuff. So, and what about you, Ayla?
I had to leave early last session, so I didn't know what gear we got.
Oh right, yeah, you did leave a little bit early. So I don't think you did really collect too much. But obviously, you're not going to be able to get base rates for this stuff. I mean, it's orcish gear anyway. Maybe it's been pilfered or stolen by men, but maybe some of it has. But I'm going to give you guys a pretty good price for it, and I'd like one of you, I don't mind who, one of you's going to roll me a charisma check for this. See if you can...
I got charisma 15.
Yeah? Anybody got higher?
I also have charisma 15.
Oh, then go ahead.
Okay. Gotta talk to some shop owners, see if we can't unload this stuff then.
Yeah, go for it.
I have to click on my token first.
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay, so you guys are each able to get 50 gold pieces from everything that you sell. You can add 50 gold pieces to your sheet. I would also say, guys, last session you did very well to escape from that prison and deal with the issues that you guys obviously ran into. I'd actually like to give you each a luck token for that session. I don't know if there's a place to store that on your sheets, but yeah, I'd like to give you one of those little luck tokens. Yeah, there isn't actually where on. It's a bit weird that they've got these luck tokens, but they've got nowhere to put it. And just to kind of reference what a luck token is, just so we have an understanding, it's basically inspiration in D&D. You can only have one at a time, and you can cash it in to re-roll any roll you just made. The only difference between it is that this luck token, you have to take the new number that you roll, even if it's worse. Even if it's a natural 1, you have to take it. It's luck, right? And luck isn't always going to be good luck.
Oh man, damn shame. I already had one of those.
Yeah, well, you should start expending them, because I should be giving these out quite often, relatively speaking, and it's very different, right? Because in 5e you don't really give out inspirations a lot, unless your players are kind of like bugging you to. But in this system, I think it's a lot more kind of a part of the system.
So we each get 50 gold, or we split 50 gold amongst 3 of us?
You each get 50 gold.
God damn.
And I say this, guys, what you guys purchase is up to you in terms of adventuring equipment. But for armor, now that you guys are actually in the world, and you guys are a part of my world, you have access to my shop. And as you guys walk into Vasily's shop, bring you guys to the screen. This is
Nice.
Vasily's armory. And he walks in, you see a man kind of standing over by the counter. He's counting up some coins, and he turns and he says, "Welcome to my shop. How can I help you?" And as he says that, this is the list of things that he has available in his shop that you guys can purchase. He has a couple of current specials that are in the window. One of them is a Morning Star that's not in the game. Special weapon. And he also has a armor add-on that you guys can purchase that will actually allow you to soak damage that you take, which is pretty cool. You guys are welcome to buy whatever equipment you need.
My good man, those are some amazing pauldrons. Let me get those.
Very good. They are 20 gold pieces. Is this okay?
Sure thing. Can you fit it to my shoulder?
I do not know. Your shoulders are quite broad. I would suggest you get a set of leather or chainmail with that. Heavy pauldrons on their own is not a good idea.
True, true. I was thinking about getting a leather armor with that as well. So that goes up to, I take it, 30 gold pieces.
Ah, that is correct.
All right.
Yeah, guys. With what he's got on sale, these are the things that you've got available to you right now. If any new player would also like to buy anything from the shop, they're welcome to do so. Although I'm not sure any of you guys have the money to really buy anything of note from here. But these are your options.
Question.
Yeah.
Would the heavy pauldrons take a gear slot, like armor, or not? Since it's an add-on.
It does. It says one gear slot on it.
All right. Oh yes, I gotta start reading things. Thank you.
Yeah, there is one thing I actually forgot on this list, which they would obviously offer here, and that would be daggers. So I'm gonna add some daggers very quickly. Sorry, I left these in the back. We're also selling these daggers. They came in fresh this morning, all the way from Specularum in the south. Miss around here, they do not make what we need. Too many men do logging. Alright, let me just add some daggers. Cool. That is correct, isn't it? Finesse. Yes, they are. Very good. Alrighty. So, are you guys good? What are you guys buying?
I'm gonna buy leather armor and a shield.
Okay.
Leather armor, heavy pauldron, shield. Oh, and dagger.
Pike is definitely going to buy a dagger, crossbow, some crossbow bolts, and some leather armor if he's got it in his size.
I was gonna say that they don't have armor made for little gnomes here.
Okay.
I am sorry, my little friend.
Oh, that is perfectly all right. We are a little far from the lands of the hen. That's fine.
So both sets of armor are being purchased. And you said you're getting a shield as well. And can you repeat, Grim, what you're getting? So you got leather. Was it?
Leather armor,
Yeah.
heavy pauldrons, a shield, and one dagger.
Cool. And Pike, thank you, Pike. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys want to get yourselves crawling kits, for example, that would be my recommendation, as it will keep things quick. Yeah, crossbow bolts. Not on the list, but they are obviously available. If they're selling a crossbow, they'll have bolts. And you're going to buy a dagger as well. Okay.
With the short bows that we got from the goblins last session, do we also get arrows?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say that they would all have quivers of arrows, but they would be goblin arrows.
Very well.
That's why Pike is swapping them out for an actual crossbow.
Correct. And I will let you know that goblin arrows do a -1 to damage. Just so you're aware. Minimum 1
Oh.
damage. Yes, if you want to be able to do well with a ranged weapon, I recommend getting a spear or javelin. That bow will not serve you very well. Alright. Right, sounds like you guys are good. We'll wrap things up here. But
Does Vasily also sell regular arrows, or is it another salesman?
yeah, you
Okay,
can
just go ahead.
you can
buy it.
you can get ammunition. Yeah, ammunition's fine.
All right.
There's probably like a, especially with this being like a logging town, there's definitely at least a couple of Fletchers that would be able to sell like arrows and basic bows. So you might not get that from Vasily's shop, but you'd get that from like a local vendor.
All right.
Thank you very much for your patronage. Good luck on your adventure.
See you next time.
Alrighty, guys. So with that in mind, you guys head to the local tavern. There that you wet your beaks and relax after a long day travelling. And you're very lucky to be alive, each of you, after what happened earlier this very day. But over the next couple of hours, you get talking with some other adventurers that are new to town, recently arrived and looking to join a group. And perhaps that's really been your issue as a group so far, is that you just haven't had the manpower to deal with some of these more dangerous threats. And it appears that the orcs are numerous in numbers. Well, it's not just the orcs that live up in those hills. No, no, no. Goblins, hobgoblins, all sorts of things. Mostly goblin, yeah, goblinoids in this part of this neck of the woods, right? But there are definitely things like ogres as well that you have to be very careful of. But albeit, you recruit a couple of new members. The first being Demetrios. Demetrios, what is your class?
I'm the greatest fighter in the land.
Whoa.
I beg to differ.
And so that means, so Marcia, you're a fighter as well?
I am.
You are indeed. And what weapons are you guys using, Demetrios?
I wield a long sword.
Very nice. You got a. It's a bastard, right? It's a bastard sword.
No, I decided the long sword was more in keeping with my upbringing.
I see. So you got a long sword. What about your armor? What armor you're wearing?
Leather armor with a fancy shield.
Very nice. Sword and board. I dig it. What about you, Marcia?
I have a longbow, and I'm in leather armor.
Very nice. And you're both humans?
Yep.
Of course, no other race can measure up to the humans.
God, I hope no,
Yeah.
I hope no one D&D
I hope
players
you
are
mean-
listening.
I hope you mean literally.
Yeesh. God, people are gonna like that, aren't they? But albeit, this is your company, and obviously you speak to these new members about what you guys dealt with recently, about how you want to get your stuff back. There are ruins to the north of town Many crumbling ruins, and some of these ruins have catacombs and crypts, and it was in one of these such locations that you guys captured, and you only just managed to get out of your lives. But now is an opportunity for retribution, is it not?
Yeah, we can't really let that, as scary as it is to go back there, and all that, we can't really leave those orcs to just be there and maraud. Like a town like this would probably be a really big target for them, so we got to take them out.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Demetrios, you've been kind of looking into the town and trying to find out a little bit more about it, and you actually put down a bounty poster on the table, which you found on one of the local boards, and it's a bounty for orcs. If you bring back the left hand of an orc, you will be paid handsomely, 10 gold pieces per hand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I say we go ambush these marauders. And did you mention they stole something from you?
Yeah, they took all of our stuff when we were captured.
Yes.
Ah, we must get that back.
Oh, we will. And we will also have our vengeance. Welcome, Demetrius and Marcia. More meat to the meat grinder.
Literally.
Meat grinder?
Orc meat, that is.
I mean, I hope so. Did we have
It
to?
will
Did we
be.
have to put it so barbaric? I mean,
Do you happen to have an issue with, such people as barbarians? Good sir.
no. It's so.
Very well.
That's not how my people would speak back home, but perhaps a lot of other places are different. Pike is definitely not comfortable with the term meat grinder.
A meat grinder! We dwarf,
Perhaps
we only know one thing.
Perhaps I misspoke. My apologies. My smaller friend.
But that'll be it, guys. You are going to be spending the night here, so you will each need to mark off a gold piece from your sheets to pay for your provisions, your food, well, the food and drink that you have at the tavern, as well as a cot to sleep in. But the following morning comes incredibly quickly, and you guys wake up, you put on your equipment, and you prepare for the day ahead. Still the lingering injuries and wounds of the previous day, still feeling the bruises of those unrelenting attacks. But albeit, you guys are okay. The thing is, right, this bounty is fantastic. I mean, it's good money. But orcs are not to be trifled with. One orc can easily bring you down. So it is going to be a case of risk equals reward to try and go after those orcs.
I fear no orc. Let us depart.
I do. I'll fear for both of us.
Alrighty. Let's switch to music. Let's go for... So,
Do we have any knowledge of orcs? Are they sensitive to light?
it's a good question. Do you want to roll me a intelligence check to see what you might know? I think you know as much as most people do in this area. The orcs are driven towards places of commerce. There's the road that goes to the north of this town that kind of passes through the mountains, and it is it's not a hotbed of orc activity, but there are the odd attacks. Most of the orcs that live in this area, they are few and far between, small kind of, collections of tribes and groups. Most of the orcs live to the west of Karabikos, in the lowlands. But the orcs around here, relatively speaking, they're common orcs. They're your typical run-of-the-mill orcs. There's nothing too special about them, apart from the fact that they want to kill you, right? But albeit, you don't really know if you don't think they're afraid of light or fire. You know they can see in the dark, and you know that they are exceptionally strong and mighty. They're perhaps a little bit dim-witted, easy to fool and trick. Might be something to consider.
Okay. Well, I think most importantly, we should attack them during the day. But beyond that, let's scheme as we walk.
If each of you guys would like to roll me a check, it's going to be a wisdom check from each of you. This is basically a navigation check. As you guys work together, you put your heads together, and you try to find your way back to where you were before.
Happening to be a wilderness barbarian, would I have advantage on that check?
Yeah, especially because it's like a mountainous terrain as well.
19.
Alright, so some pretty decent rolls, then one not so decent roll. Very good. So a number of hours go by, I'd say about 3 in total, as you guys kind of head up into the hills and kind of into the lower peaks of the mountains. And what you come across is a very desolate scene. You know, there isn't really much vegetation in the area, it's very dry, and I think, you know, outside of that, you don't really come across a lot of animals either, apart from the odd, you know, set of bones or skull. And you definitely get the impression that you're entering into country that is not safe for your kind. A country that is ruled by those who are green and very, very mean.
In my experience, most things are hostile to halflings.
Very, very true. Very, very true. But it's with that in mind that you now begin to approach a site up ahead. It looks like a set of ruins, and it looks like the ruins that you approached before. These ruins were quite extraordinary, and I'm not talking about the ones that you had that encounter on last week. I'm talking about these are the ruins where the entryway of the dungeon was. I just didn't have a map for it last week, and there was no threat in that area when you guys were there before. But you find that you're approaching this area. It's probably around 100, 120 feet away, near the edge of these ruins, and you notice green figures standing on top of some of these ruins, kind of looking around, glancing around. You realize they've got sentries here. What do you guys want
Quick
to do?
hide before they spot us.
Yes.
No hiding, I'm good at that.
You guys would all like to roll a stealth check. We'll see what you guys roll. I'll tell you this, guys. The DC is 9.
Woo!
Alrighty, so it looks like we got a lot of successes here. Let me bring you guys to the map. As you guys approach, this is what you guys see. It is quite a large section of orc ruins. Perhaps it was once a small fortification or the inner makings of a castle, but now it's just rubble and ruins. You know, a couple of the fortifications have been made a little bit more structurally sound by the orcs, but it appears that the orcs aren't alone anymore, guys. Seems the goblins have joined forces with the orcs, which is not uncommon, especially in these parts. There are lots of mixed tribes. And obviously the orcs being the largest and the most powerful, they are in control. But based on your stealth check, you have some options for your starting location. and you may choose a location that's lesser so. Just be aware that if you start in this location, you will be spotted. Your stealth check will have very little value, but rolling a high stealth check at least gives you the tactical alternative, you know, of where you would like to start in this situation. But I'd say right now you're all kind of huddled together. Perhaps to the south of this map, like in this kind of location, but further down, like 100 feet down. If you guys want to discuss what you want to do, you can do so now.
We should probably stick together, that way no one gets isolated, but that's going to mean that all the bad guys are going to have one direction to fight us in.
That will also means that they will see us coming.
They will, because they'll if they can spot one of you, they'll spot all of you.
No. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, this is more foes than I was expecting. Could we create some sort of diversion to lure some of them away? Perhaps set something on fire?
Yeah, you definitely could.
I guess I'll look around. Is there maybe a dead tree we could spark up?
There's very little vegetation in this area, as I previously described. You would have to burn something from your pack, potentially.
Well, guys, I do have this here old club. I was saving it for a special occasion. That might be it.
Oh, it's okay. So a club, maybe a torch or two. That might be a halfway decent fire, I guess.
Need to
Yeah,
smoke.
yeah, and then and make the smoke. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can do that. So yeah, I guess we'll put I'll use one of my torches. I'll use both of my torches for this, and then use the club from Grim, and then we'll try to make a smoking fire, maybe off to one side, and then that way we can try and sneak up on maybe the right side.
One of us were unable to.
Yeah, one of
that's
you's unable to.
Okay.
That's the issue.
Okay, then maybe start the fire on the right side, and then that way everyone can go to the left side.
Very good. Just be aware that because she's failed her stealth check, like, she will be spotted. So if you stand next to her, you will also be spotted. That's how stealth works.
Why don't I just light the fire?
Oh. Okay. Are you going to be okay by yourself?
Nah.
Enemies are pretty far
Yeah.
away. It would take them a while to get to her if they wanted to melee her.
Okay.
Right.
I have a bow, so I can pick some
Be
off.
aware, guys, you have stealth. That means you have surprise.
Yeah, like
So you guys can actually sneak up to these enemies and start killing them before they can even act. If you all group up, you lose your surprise.
Okay.
And also,
Maybe
if you're lighting smoke, arguably, you probably lose your surprise too.
Oh, okay.
yeah, like
Then in this
I
case
don't
we
mind
might.
lighting fire.
Okay, so in that case it might be better if we did split up and try to maximize our stealth, and then once trouble starts, we try to regroup.
Okay, that sounds great.
Right, yeah, you guys can pick your starting locations. If you just want to go on the journal, drag and drop your token on your character sheet on the screen. You don't know how
Grim
to, if you don't know how to do that,
will
just tell me what
join
location.
Marcia.
Yeah,
All right, so she won't be by herself.
Cool.
And he will suggest that perhaps one of our more stealthy members. Oh, he already done that. Good on all of y'all.
Remember, guys, you can choose, if you roll really high, you can choose any starting point, right? Just to reiterate that again. If these are your locations, I'm very happy for you to lock these in. We can start.
Perhaps.
We can start.
Okay, there you go.
Alrighty, guys. So, are we ready to begin?
Yep, Pike is.
Rock and roll.
Kick on your tokens and roll initiative for me, guys.
That tracks.
Alrighty, let me pop out these sheets. We got some orcs here. We got a big old orc as well. He doesn't look very nice. I'm gonna have to refresh my roll 20 very quickly. There we go.
Guys, let's try not to spread out too thinly. All right.
Right, yeah.
Agreed.
A lot of enemies here. I was expecting 6 players today, so there's a lot of enemies, right? Let's see how you guys can do.
What's the plan? Do you guys want me to run up and attack these people around the fire?
To you?
Just be careful, because you guys are gonna be near the, the biggest of the angry boys. The boss is right there.
Yeah, this is one of those situations I wish I'd rolled worse on initiative, because I'd rather somebody else decide how we're gonna proceed.
Well, Layla,
But yeah,
Layla goes first.
going for the ones in the fireplace sounds
Oh, thank goodness.
better.
Alrighty, so you guys can see what's obviously going on. Based on your position, Layla and Demetrius, you can see there are 4 orcs, and they're all huddled over a fire. They're just trying to stay warm. They don't seem to be paying really too much attention, and you've completely got the drop on them. You are able to surprise them, and any attacks against them will have advantage. What do you want to do, Layla? I don't hear you, by the way.
I'm just gonna move up.
You're gonna move up, and because you're moving up, you're sneaking around. You're trying to be, quite careful and quiet. I have you roll another stealth check. DC 9. These orcs aren't really. Oh god. So one of this orc here, he snaps around. He doesn't see you because this is very high terrain, but he hears something. And he gestures to these 2 orcs. He says, "You two, check it out!" These guys are now on alert. And you're going to end your turn?
I can move again, right? If I don't take an action.
You can. But you do have the, you might alert the other orcs as well. And if they get alerted, then, they're not going to be surprised.
Well, they're coming over there anyway, so
Yeah, so you hear them coming towards you, so you pull back. Alright, Demetrios.
I think it's time to Leroy Jenkins this. I'm just gonna go in, stab this orc by the fire right through the back.
Alright, you've got advantage on your attack.
So
you come rushing up behind this orc, and you go to strike him, and he turns at the last minute and brings up his shield. You go, "No!" As you're about to take off his head, and he slams your weapon with his shield. His AC's 15.
Oh,
bloody hell.
You're dead!
You first. End of turn.
End of turn. Alright, so remember guys, you still got that spice round, so none of them are able to act. None of these enemies, you've got a free fucking round against them. Grim.
very well. Grim is going to cast All Reliable on himself. Protection from evil.
Alright.
Ooh, okay. And Marcia, are we gonna approach or are we gonna stay over here? Probably gonna stay, right? Grim's going to approach a couple steps.
Yeah, I was thinking moving.
Yeah, remember dude, you're the healer. If people start going down, they're gonna need you.
True. And yes, that's pretty much it.
Alright, Marcia failed.
Have I been seen yet?
Marcia failed, so she's not got a surprise, unfortunately. It's over to Pike.
Oh dear, well, he's already kicked the hornet's nest, so we're going to target this orc down here. How do I... Oh, that's because...
You're not on the right tool.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, you've got advantage. So the orc like snaps around, he like blocks the attack from Dimitros, and as the other orc turns around to see what's going on, a bolt flies through the air, and that does hit.
Ooh.
5 points of damage, which, you know what, is still enough. You hit him right in the head. And he drops to the ground. That's one of the orcs down.
Then...
You want to stay still so you can reload?
No, I need to get, I need to hide somewhere. So we're gonna move to there.
And I will tell you
Oh,
guys, the colors do actually matter. So red blocks means it's low terrain, which means that you guys can crouch behind it and you can climb over it. The lighter grey is like your mid tier, so you can go from red to grey. And then the dark grey is like the tallest of the terrain. So there's different terrain, you know, heights, I guess.
Could I squeeze right into there?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll try and hide in there, and then I'll reload next turn, I think.
Cool. Alright, it's now the official first round of initiative, and these goblins now spot Grim bolting through the open area. And they kind of cackle to each other. And they both take out, they've got different colour arrows, so they know which one hits. And they're both going to fire a shot at you, Grim.
Very well. Bring it!
They got disadvantage, yeah?
Yes, they do.
Okay. That's 10 for the first.
All right, misses.
Oh, that's lucky, because 14 is your AC. Natural 1. Very, very good.
Yeah.
So, this goblin pulls back on his bow, and suddenly the orc leader barks orders, and it makes the goblin jump almost out of his skin, and he actually falls off the top and starts tumbling down to here, because it's a little bit of a slope to this point. And that does actually alert this goblin here, who then turns and is going to fire a shot at you as well. Disadvantage. So yeah, they're all just kind of firing their bows. And thank fuck for the disadvantage, because that would have been a nat 20. So that's another miss. You've got a shield, don't you? So you're just taking these you're taking these on the shield right now. That's 2 bolts that have hit your shield so far, 2 arrows even. And that's all the goblins of Goblin 1 that can really do anything. These 2, I think, are going to move up, and I think they're going to end their turn here. Right, Layla.
I'm gonna move in to help out Demetrio.
Yeah, these orcs are about to snap. Are you going to go for an attack on the one to your left? 8. That unfortunately misses. And this orc, I mean, he had his shield up already, and you run into him, and he just shield bashes you with his shield. Not today! Boys, help me, please! And that's the end of your turn, yeah?
Yeah.
Demetrios, you miss your first attack. This orc is begging for his brethren to help him kill you guys. What do you want to do?
Okay, rotate over a little and give him the business.
And remember, guy. Ooh! Very nice. You flourish, you sweep, and how do you finish him off?
Right through the throat.
Very nice. 1 second. I just need to check your sheet quickly. Make sure you've done something right. The fighter talent, is it damage? You get a bonus to? I thought it was to hit.
You get a plus. No, it's a +1 to attack and damage, but it's just a +1.
So.
I'm checking.
Oh, weapon mastery.
Yeah, I think you might have fucked that up. I'm just gonna double check. I was wondering how you had a +3. Yeah, you get weapon mastery. It's +1 to attack and damage, which assumedly you've already got. And then you got +1 to melee and ranged attacks. I don't think that's to damage as well. I think that's just a bonus to hit.
Okay. 1 second. Let me.
So yeah, so basically you want to swap the boxes. You want to set that box to, I guess it would be just +1, but it's going to be the to hit box, the one that actually determines whether you hit or miss.
Okay.
That's the one that's going to have a +2 to it.
And strength doesn't add anything to damage.
It does not. No, not in this system. It only adds to hit.
Okay, so I guess I only do
1 point. Well, 2 points.
Whoa.
2 point. It'd be 2 points because you've got your fighter talent. Is it your fight? No, it's your weapon mastery. Your weapon mastery gives you an extra point of damage.
Okay. Oh,
2
but I
points.
have that twice, so I think I do 3 total.
You don't get multiple. Oh wait, you didn't roll weapon mastery. You rolled +1 to melee and ranged attacks on the fighter talents.
Yep.
That's not damage. That's attack. Like to hit.
Ah.
I'm fairly certain. I might be wrong, and if I am wrong, somebody in the chat tell me that I'm wrong. But I don't think it's to both. I think if it was to both, it would say that, right?
Yeah, it's only to
okay.
attack, not damage.
Okay.
Oh, weapon mastery is damage as well. I'm sorry, with that weapon type.
With that weapon type.
That's what it says. You
yeah,
gain
but that's,
+1 to
that's
attack
just
and
the
damage.
fighter stuff. We're
Yeah,
talking
the
about
mastery.
talent stuff.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry guys, I'm a bit confused. Can you reiterate? I don't understand.
Are we talking about his fighter talent or his weapon mastery?
We're talking
The
about
fighter
we're
talent.
talking about the fighter talent.
Very well. It's only to the attack, not to the damage.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 damage. I'll change it.
2 points of damage. Yeah, so it basically makes it so it's easier for you to hit, but yeah, you don't stack damage in this, as far as I'm aware. Keeps it all balanced, I suppose. And albeit, yeah, you do slice him in the side with this, in the side of the throat, and he obviously has quite heavy, armor over his shoulders and his neck, which just managed to kind of dull your blade slightly. But he now starts gargling because you've kind of scratched his throat. Oh, damn you! Anything else?
No, EOT.
Alrighty, it's now over to the orcs, and they want payback. This one's going to go for a swing with his weapon against you, Demetrios. 14. That just misses, right? You got an AC of 15? Yep, that does miss. Very
Yeah,
good.
sorry. Yep.
And you've got a shield, right? So you take it on the shield. This one's going to slip round here. He's going to go for a swing on Layla. 16.
That hits.
Oh, that's 8 points of damage. That max damage twice in a row. This one's going to slip over and go for Demetrios as well. Can he go 2 for 2? He can. This one, he just rushes up to you, and he goes for like a baseball swing at your head. You duck, and he slams his axe into that wall to the north. Stay still!
Haha, not today, orc.
The goblins are all cackling, squeaking at each other, squawking at each other. These two here, both going to fire some shots. These two are going to scurry along here. They're all just kind of fanning out. We'll start with the shots on Grim, because they're going to shoot a couple of shots at Grim. It's a miss. That's a miss. 2 misses.
All right.
So yeah, honestly, your shield started to look a bit like a porcupine at this point with all the arrows that have been notched into it. The other
Now
two...
that's I like it.
Yeah, the other 2 goblins are going to keep at range, and they are going to fire a shot at Layla, try and finish her off. And that is, unfortunately, a hit, and you go down. This one's going to try and shoot Demetrios, but it's got disadvantage, because you're, basically being surrounded by orcs at this point. And that does miss. This orc comes over here, starts yelling and shouting. orders pointing in directions. Fight 'em, kill 'em, turn 'em into stew. He's gonna end his turn. Grim.
Very well. I yell at Marcia. Hey, lay this down. I gotta go over there. And while I move, yes, it's right over there. I'm going to cast Shield of Fate on myself.
Alrighty.
And as a success, and
Cool.
my AC goes up by another 2.
Very cool. You've obviously got that concentration going. You've got the protection spell as
I
well.
do have to cast that. Let me check.
You do. Ooh, did that fail? I think that fails, right?
10 might be a fail, yes.
Yeah. You know, you've no longer got your focus spell going. You've no longer got advantage. You do have a bonus now to your AC. Alright, is that your
Oh,
turn?
damn it. Yeah. That's it.
That is it.
God damn it, it's supposed to be the other way around.
This orc starts coming over here. Pike, I want you to roll me a stealth check.
Oh no.
I heard noises over here. Anybody there?
Pike trying to be as small and as quiet as he possibly can.
And he gets in his corner and he ends his turn, just kind of glancing around. This one spots you, Demetrios, and is going to run in and he's going to try and slam you with his shield. I want you to make me a strength or dex check, your choice. And it's going to be an opposing check, so you're going to be rolling against this orc's strength. And yeah, he tries to slam you with his shield, and your shields are now, you know, smashing into one another, and you manage to hold this orc at bay.
Alright.
But Ellie, his Layla's laying on the ground down. She's been struck by an axe. You're holding, but only just right now. Marcia, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move to here.
Yep.
Can I? Can I hit this guy from here?
Of course you can, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna attack.
So you pull back on your bow. Notch an arrow. Click on your token when you roll.
Yeah.
You're on the wrong.
Because I'm on the wrong thing.
Yeah. That's a hit. Where did it hit? Goblin's gone.
Hopefully, right between the eyes.
Yeah, and it does. Goblins start panicking, somebody's shooting them. They start squawking and squeaking at each other. And that's the end of your turn, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Pike.
Where are you? Come out.
Oh, man. I don't suppose there's a quiet way to reload a crossbow.
No. But you know what? Roll me another stealth check.
Okay, here we go.
The orc is actively searching for you at this point, so it is DC 12. And you've got it. So he actually has no idea that you're there, and you load the crossbow. Remember that it actually you can't move.
Yeah.
But standing up, you should be able to see him quite easily.
Alright, let's go for it. Gotta shoot at the orc trying to find me.
Yeah, you've got
Maybe
advantage.
hit him in the back of the head, I hope.
Yeah, that hits. And yeah, you hit him right in the back of the head.
Alright, and then I crouch. Well, I don't really have to crouch because of this wall here, so. But that's all. But that's my turn.
Cool. There's some goblins over here. These goblins are both going to kind of fan out and using their bows. They're both going to fire a shot at Grim.
This and a hit.
2 points of damage to you.
Alright, -1 because of my pauldrons.
Yep. This goblin's going to scurry up, fire a shot towards Marcia. That misses. Goblins have all acted. Layla, you can roll me a d20 to see if you can kick up. Nope. That's one round off then. Down to 4. Demetrios.
All right, time to finish this Gabby jerk to myself, giving him the old long sword to the face.
He roars as you just lop off his head.
Hell yeah. I guess I'll turn to face these other guys, and I think that's all I can do.
That's it, bro. Alright, so that's that. Oh god, this orc's gonna go for a big swing with his axe. 13 misses. This orc's gonna leap over, and he's also gonna go for a swing as well. Another miss, a natural 1. I'm gonna allow you to make a strength check. What's your grit in? Is your grit strength?
Yep.
Then I'll give you advantage. 22. So he runs into you, and you just slam him with your shield, and you actually knock him prone.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so that's all those orcs done. There are goblins. This goblin here can see you, Marcia, so he's going to fire a little pop shot at you. 4 points of damage. This one's going to shoot at Grim. That one, his bow breaks.
Hell yeah.
No more bow. This boy comes up and he now roars and kind of, you know, chants on his warriors.
Fight on! Fight on! Roar!
As he just roars at the top of his lungs. He's going to end his turn. Was the goblin who hit? Nah, they didn't. No. Goblins haven't been targeting you. They've been targeting Grim and Marcia mainly at the moment. Speaking of Grim, your turn, Grim.
Very well. Grim points his dagger at both of these orcs that just shot at him. Just wait your turn, I'll be right back. And he runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Get up, Layla. You need vengeance. I'm gonna cast healing on her. Cure wounds.
Oh, let's see if you can succeed.
Actually, never mind. Is divine spell first?
Hey, there you go. 9
All right.
hit points. She's back up to full.
Get up.
Still prone, but she's back. Then your turn, yeah? This orc here is, you know, kind of responding to this kind of, you know, lieutenant or captain of the orcs. He now roars and he lets out this war cry as he goes into a rage. Whilst in a rage, they don't have to roll morale checks, and they do an extra d4 points of damage. This only lasts for 3 rounds. I will make a note of that. I'm going to put the little round icon over here. Actually, nah, it's probably going to be more complicated. Yeah, you know what, we'll do it like that. I need to do that actually. We just need to roll initiative for him. And set it to 1. And put it to the top. There we go. Cool. Yeah, he's going to roar and go into a rage. And he's now going to go for a massive swing on Demetrios. Try and finish him off.
Give me your best shot.
11. The shield is holding.
Pathetic.
Very, very good. Marcia.
I'm gonna fire at this one here.
Which one? The one on the left or the right? Sorry.
This one.
Very good. Yeah, go for it. You pull back on your bow and fire another shot, and that's another hit. And straight in the neck. This one goes down.
And I'm gonna hide here behind this post.
Nice.
I didn't angle it right, but so I have cover, but I can pop out and shoot these ones.
Are you crouching as well?
Is this post tall enough to hide me?
Yeah, it would definitely hide you from this one, but this one would still be able to fire a shot at you.
Yeah, I'll crouch.
Okay, so add the little prone icon to yourself as you kind of hunker down behind the terrain. And Pike, it's your turn.
Okay, well, well, we're gonna reload the crossbow again. Hopefully not draw attention. And then,
Yeah, you can make another stealth check.
oh yeah, another stealth check. Da-da-da.
Yeah, so this orc leader, he's got a higher DC. He's like DC 15, but you succeeded.
Oof. God, he's just making his dudes all kinds of roided up, isn't he?
They're getting really like aggravated, these orcs now, and they're starting to really get into a rage, into a fury, a frenzy.
Is there like a rock next to me?
Yeah, there's lots of like rubble and like bricks, like a half brick.
Can I pick one up and then throw one at this wall here? Just kind of throw it over the edge and stay crouched to try and distract the big guy from, you know, motivating his forces more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. So you want to try and distract him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow you to try. Trying to think about what check do you think that should be?
Oh, well, I'm throwing a big rock, so it might be strength, but I'm also trying to stay hidden while also trying to get his attention, so it sounds more like an intelligence check.
Yeah. Let's go for it then. Let's do it.
Alright, intelligence then?
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good.
Oh, oh.
That's a good roll. The orc leader, he kind of snaps his head.
What's that? No, Bobby!
And he looks at the guy who's dead here.
We-
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, that'll be my turn, yeah.
Alright. It's now over to the goblins. They're initiative 14, right at the top, bless them. Haven't really done much recently apart from get shot at. These two goblins, this one's going to run up into here. A little bit of a panic. This one's going to scurry down. And this one's looking for you, Marcia, but can't really seem to put two and two together. I will actually have you roll a dex check, because this one is actually trying to actively perceive you.
Fuck.
I will say you are behind cover, so I will give you advantage. Not that it'll probably help you, you've been rolling pretty bad. 9 is the DC, so he looks around and he's got tiny little goblin eyes. He's not very perceptive. He kind of shrugs and he squawks back to the other goblins that, assumedly she's gone. But it seems the goblins don't really register that yet. Maybe some of them actually do know where you are, all things considered. This one here is going to come up and fire its bow at Grim. And it's an absolute awful shot.
My shit's
Pathetic.
looking good.
Run while you can, little man.
Alright. Layla.
I'm gonna roll over, grab my axe, crawl on top of the orc that's prone, and try to kill him.
Nice. I like the flavor of that. So how about roll with advantage on your attack? Natural 20. So that'd be we'll take the first result. That's going to be a 6, but you get an extra dice of damage. So I guess we'll just take the 2. We'll just take both those dice, actually. That makes sense. So we'll do 8 points of damage. And yeah, you just bury your axe in the orc's skull. And he's dead.
And am I able to move up?
Yeah.
Alright, and then that'll be my turn.
Cool.
Would you remind me what the 3 exclamation points guy has? Would I get advantage or anything against him?
No, so it's not like 5e. He's not like reckless attacking or anything like that. He's in a rage, and whilst he's in a rage, he's immune to morale checks, and he does extra damage on a hit. That's it. So it's a buff. He's got a buff right now. He's more dangerous than he used to be.
Okay. Well, all the more reason to try to bring him down. Attack to the northeast. Arg.
Arg. There's miss, unfortunately. And he seems to be a lot quicker now. He seems to be a lot more ready for you. And he actually parries your attack with his axe. You know, just smacks your weapon away. And just roars in your face.
Have fun while it lasts, green boy.
The orc behind you now roars as well, and it seems that it's kind of letting off a bit of a domino effect through these remaining orcs. And this orc is going to go for a massive swing. And you manage to step to the side as he slams his axe into the earth.
Stay still.
Never.
That's a miss from him. Any other freeze? Nope. Alright, over to the goblins. Goblins of group 2. And this goblin is going to fire a shot at you, Marcia, but it misses. It just hits the rocks, hits the brickwork. But he knows where you are. This goblin doesn't have a bow anymore, so he's kind of doesn't know what to fucking do. He's just going to stand there like an idiot. These two, however, both going to fire shots at Grim, try and bring down the healer. They both miss.
All right. My shield's looking real good right now.
It is, yeah. So the Major Orc now pulls away from Demetrios and Layla, even though they are clearly a big threat. And he walks down here. I want you to make me another stealth check, Pike.
Oh no.
Who killed
Oh, no.
Bobby? You killed Bobby!
Oh no! He found me!
Well.
12 is my armor class.
There was a point of damage to you. Let me just check to see if that's actually true, because he's got a different sheet. Yeah, it's exactly the same. He's got more health than the normal orcs. This guy does. Yeah, he does a point of damage, and I think it's probably like the actual axe head doesn't hit you. It's more like the pole, the wooden pole of the weapon, just hits you in the side, like. And thank fuck, right? It's because you're so much smaller than I guess what he normally fights, right?
He went for that overhead chop, but then completely misjudged the distance because I'm really tiny.
Yeah, very, very, very good though. But he's bigger than the other orcs, and as you can see, much better armor as well. He's got this cool helmet on. Looks like an orc, like a Viking orc.
Oh goodness!
Very slick. And who's fighting him? The fucking thief. It's funny how that works out. It's your turn, Grim.
Yo! Come here, little guy! And he's going to go up the stairs and attack this goblin over here. With his dagger.
As you run up to him. Yeah, that's 3 points of damage. He's got 4 hit points, so it's only a flesh wound. And the goblin is so scared of you, but also so thankful that he still draws breath. You know, he's looking for an escape. I'll mark off that health.
Which orc is this? Ah, yeah.
It's round 2 now for, well, it's round 2 for the actual status effect, so I'm just kind of keeping track of that. The roar. Anyway, yeah, so this orc is going to go for a swing on Layla. 18. That hits. You take 1 point, and also an additional D4 from the rage, which is 4 points of damage total. Nasty. He's also going to pivot around here. All right. Nope. It was on Layla.
He's not.
So wait, she's down again? Oh god.
Sorry.
No, I have 5 out of 9.
Ah,
This
okay,
guy's not
okay.
in the Discord. So you saying no, it wasn't. He's not hearing that.
All right. Over to you, Marcia.
I'm gonna stand from prone and take a shot at this guy.
Alrighty. And that's a big hit. You hit him in the chest. He drops. It's one on the right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really zoomed in for the live stream, so I will have to ask you guys multiple times, like which enemy you're focusing on. So it makes it easier for people who are watching live stream to actually see what's going on, right?
And using my grit with Dex, am I able to jump over this? And get to here?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll? Or...
Yeah, no, you would. You need to roll it, and you've got advantage.
I clicked my token. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Sorry.
That's okay. It's fine. 19 and a 20.
20. Lovely.
Yeah, so you get up and you leap over. You don't have a lot of movement, but you've got enough movement to get there, I'd say.
Yeah, so it'd be half my...
As you can see, those are steps. So
Yeah.
you can,
I want to sort of
yeah.
remain hidden-ish.
That's fine.
Maybe if I can crouch, I don't know.
Yeah, of course you can if you want to.
Well, I'll crouch.
The pike, I mean, this orc at this point, he's made one attack, but I think it's more like 6 attacks, and you're just like running out of, you run through his legs, you roll on the floor, he's just slamming and smashing the brickwork of this area, trying to kill you.
Oh man!
He's trying to exterminate you like you're a rat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go along this route to try and get away from him, using my action to dash. Would that be kosher with you?
It's good, it's kosher, but I will have you roll a dex check, because you do have to climb over. All climbing checks
Sounds good.
require a check of some sort.
Oh, I get advantage on those too.
Hell yeah.
Advantage to run away.
Is it just checks in general, or is it like specific things?
It's very specific things.
Is one of those things like
climbing?
Climbing.
It's climbing and whatnot.
cool? Yeah, you got advantage then. 14. Yeah, I'd say over the red terrain, 14's fine. It's DC 12.
Okay, so we go up this thing, and then we run over here, and then we're just gonna squeeze in there, hoping he doesn't find me again. I don't know. Maybe this goblin here saw me go in there, but we'll see.
You double move to do that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep, double moved.
very good.
If nothing else, I'm leading him on a wild goose chase to not contribute to the fight.
So I will say you did like literally run past this goblin here,
Oh yeah.
and he's finally realised there's actually somebody that's his size. He's like, I can take him. This goblin's gonna move on up, and he looks down. He sees your feet sticking out. He's gonna fire a shot at you. He's gonna fire.
no.
He's gonna fire at you with disadvantage. But bless him for trying.
Yeah.
5. Yeah, he misses. Shoots past you, but you realise that one of the goblins knows where you are. Not good. Roll me a dex check, Marcia, as you're kind of crouched. I'm going to give you advantage because you've decided to crouch and you're being intentionally quite stealthy. 9, 24,
Oh.
natural 20. Very nice.
Finally!
This goblin doesn't notice you, and he did actually look down this alleyway, but you're kind of like crouched behind this kind of red, red wall. It's not actually red, but
Great.
yeah.
Did the Deus Ex cover to cover roll?
But he's gonna come here and he's gonna fire a shot at Grim with his bow. 15.
That is a miss.
Because of your
Shield of
AC
Fate.
yeah, so it actually is a perfect shot, right? But it just ricochets off of this force field, this barrier, that just it covers your entire body. It's pretty cool.
Surprise!
You're basically Iron Man with this on, and the goblin, his eyes go very wide. It's like, oh no. And it's at this point, I mean, these goblins are all screaming at each other like a pack of hyenas, and they have no idea what to do. A mixture of fear and loyalty, I guess, to these orcs, but it's very newfound loyalty. They're very close to breaking. Layla.
I'm gonna move around the orc, and then I'm gonna attack him.
Very good.
I'm gonna use my luck point.
Yeah, you can use your luck point roll again. So, you run around him, and as you get to your position, you actually trip on the dead orc that's by your feet, and it completely makes you miss your swing. The orc kind of chuckles and realizes that you're gonna go down. That's what he thinks. That's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
He's like snarling at you. It's now Demetrios' turn. He's
How
back.
dare you laugh at my comrade attacking to the southeast?
You what?
As he turns around, roar, as you just swing at him.
God damn it.
As he blocks it with his shield.
Is that all you've got?
Oh, I'm cooking up something good for you. End of turn.
Very good. This orc here is going to swing at you. You're not really paying too much attention to him. And he nat 20s you right in the back.
God. Right down on
Oh my god, he did 16 points of damage. He just max damage to you. Holy shit. You're not dead, but by god, if this was any other system, you fucking would be with that much damage. I think for sake of purpose, I know this isn't in the rules, but I'll have you roll your death timer, which is a d4 plus your con modifier. But I'm going to have you roll it at disadvantage for just the sheer amount of damage you just took from that orc. So it's a 2d4. We'll take the lower dice. 1, what's your con modifier?
Trying to remember. I think it's 1.
Is it +1? Or is it 0? It does matter.
Yeah,
Should say it on your sheet. Your con is +1. Okay, so two turns. Does anybody? Because I'm trying to remember. Does he die on like the end of his turn after his second turn, or is it like the third turn is when he dies? Anybody have reference for that?
D4 plus con. Stabilize.
Learning a new system, eh?
Yeah.
Here it is. Yeah. So on turn, roll a d20. D20 rises 1 hit point. Minimum 1. Yeah. So I think like at the end of your second turn, you're gonna be dead unless somebody can heal you, and get you back, or they can stabilize you as well. Close range, so within 5 feet. DC 15 int check. Very, very good.
Okay, I have faith.
You have faith. I mean, either way, even if it was a disadvantage, you would have rolled a 1. But it's interesting that it worked out like that, I guess. You already X'd yourself. Oh, okay. And the orc believes that you are a big X as well. He believes you are dead, and he laughs to his brethren.
Easy, weren't it? And they're oh, kill her as well.
And the goblin says,
No, maybe you should take her alive. Maybe the boss will want to see her. Get up, little one.
and this one just kicks the goblin. Gonna end his turn. Goblins! This one's going to shoot Grim. It hits.
That's a hit.
2 points of damage.
-1.
This Goblin kind of looks, like, turns around and he realizes there's actually a dead goblin over here. And he scurries over, picks up the bow. Sigh of relief. Goblin doesn't notice you, Marcia. He believes he's very, very safe in this situation. He picks up the bow, and he's going to end his turn. What a cutie. This Goblin here, he's just going to run away. And that Goblin was the one who shot you, wasn't it? Yeah, he was. I think this one's going to pull away from you as well. A little bit of fear. They've all got their backs to you, though, Marcia. None of them are aware of you being there.
Mm-hmm.
You're completely stealthed. As it stands, at least. So the orc is on the warpath. He's looking for a little halfling right now. Where is that little rat? I will rip him in two. You can roll me a stealth check. You don't have advantage this time because the goblin is clearly pointing in your direction. But if you had succeeded, the orc wouldn't have paid attention to the goblin, right? Like, that's funny at least, right? And he doesn't notice you for a moment, but there's this little goblin going, just pointing towards you, and he kind of goes, as he notices you.
Oh no.
And he's gonna double move as well, and give you a run for your money.
We're definitely running.
He's just fucking chasing you around here. Grim.
Very well. Grim looks at the goblins. Do the calls. I'll be back. And he's gonna run back to Demetrius and try to cast Cure Wounds on him.
What's he doing? He's trying to heal him. Stop him. I can't. I don't have an opportunity attack.
Go for it.
Get up, new guy.
It goes off. Whoa. 10
That's full
healing.
health, isn't it?
Dude, you're going fucking crazy with these heals, bro.
Back and better than ever. Thank you, Grim.
He's a healer. Get him. You shut up. Stop telling me what to do, you stupid gobbo.
Yeah, so you back up to full HP, set back to 7. That's the end of your turn.
Right.
Wait, he's up.
He just roars at the top of his lungs, and as he does, he swings around, not even paying attention to where he's swinging, mind you. And he's just swinging in the direction towards Layla to try and furiously knock her down. Let's roll the attack. I went and looked at the character sheet to click on something on there, but I just remembered, I don't do that. 13. He misses you, Layla. Thank God, because that would have been enough to take you down.
I parry it with my shield.
You do, but yeah, it would be a block. Yeah, very good block. Alright, Marcia.
I'm gonna stand from prone as quiet as I can.
The goblins are in a real sense of relief right now. They're like, dwarf's gone. We're fine. We're not gonna die. You just pop your head up.
Yeah, I like stand up as quiet as I can and take a shot at this guy in the middle.
Go for it. So yeah, this goblin turns to his brethren and says,
Maybe we should get out of here, bro.
as you fire a shot at his brother, and he hit him inside of the head, and he just goes,
No!
and he looks over in your direction.
I get prone again.
roll me a stealth check, a dex check, please. You do not have advantage this time. And honestly, I think you have. Yeah, I'd say it's standard.
Where did it come from?
He screams. He knows the direction though, so he's now like just looking over, and this is so stupid.
That's my turn.
Get back here, rat! Run!
His pike, this orc is just fucking chasing you at this point.
This is bad news, bears. I'm gonna go invisible. I'm gonna squeeze in through here. I'm gonna try and hide here for a moment while I'm invisible.
Where'd he go? What?
And he rubs his eyes. What? Nice, good job. Invisibility. There's an icon for that, isn't there? Invisible. There we go. Very nice.
Thank you. That's my turn.
Very cool. Alrighty, it's at this point that the goblins are... They've lost enough of their number that they're now starting to have morale, having to roll morale checks. So I'm going to roll for this gobby here. So the orc leader says,
You! Get in the fort.
and the goblin shudders for a moment, shivers, and then scurries away. He runs off the map. Let's roll for this one as well. Let's sex the Grim. That's another fail.
Where you going?
Goblins are all pulling away. The third as well. Natural 20. This goblin is fearless. He's gonna run.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna rush up to you, and he's gonna use his goblin club and try and bonk you between the legs. Well, thank fuck you were wearing a cut, Grim. Doesn't do any damage.
That was a good shot.
Alrighty, so that's that. Alright, so that's all those goblins. I don't think there's any other from group 1 from what I can see. Nope, there's not. Over to you, Layla.
I'm gonna maneuver and then I'm gonna attack the goblin to my south.
The orc.
Or yeah, the orc.
I'm no fucking goblin.
Go for it. That must be like the best insult for an orc. Oh yeah, shut up, goblin. Yeah, how do you kill him?
I'm thinking that I take the beard of my axe and like hook him in the knee, take my shield and like push against his upper body, throw him on the ground, and then chop him in the face.
Nice. That is a very, very good description. Another dead orc.
And then I'm gonna end my turn.
Don't you dare focus our healer attacking the goblin.
Oh god, the goblin realizes that perhaps his bravery was foolish. Though, he does manage to step out of the way. Genuine, just sheer, it's self-preservation at this point for this goblin. He just wants to stay alive.
My sword prefers real meat. End of turn.
End of turn. Thank you very much. This orc here, it's his last rage round. He is immune to morale. A lot of his brethren are dead. He would be rolling morale checks if he wasn't in this frenzied rage. And I'm just going to check and see how many orcs are here. One of his dead brethren is there. So he's going to kind of rush up the side. Layla just buried her axe in one of his companions' heads. And he now looks to return the favour with one mighty blow from his own. And that is a miss against you. Start of the fight wasn't too nice for you, Layla, but they seem to... you seem to be getting into the swing of things now. As you managed to block it with your shield. Any others?
No, that's it.
Alrighty, over to the goblins. So the goblins have pretty low numbers as well. We're going to roll for them. They both fail. This goblin comes scurrying down these steps, and as he does, he spots you, Marcia. His eyes grow wide, and he realizes it was you. The betrayal, the heartbreak, the bonk, as he goes for an attack against you.
That hits.
You take 3 points of damage. You're on 1 hit point. The other goblin, however, comes over here, climbs down. He's gonna scurry away. No loyalty, these goblins. Not even to each other, to be fair. Alright. That in mind, this orc is gonna get to here. Then he kind of spots what you guys have done to all of the orcs. And rather than charging in, he just roars, he screams at the top of his lungs. Such anger, such bitterness over what you guys have done. And funny enough, he's actually gonna turn back and he's gonna start rushing towards the stairs. To run down into the dungeon.
Get him!
Coward. Grim.
Well, I wonder if Marcia will be okay. Well, Grim is going to... Wait up, Grim cannot reach the orc. God damn it.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, he can? Very well. Grim is gonna go for that. Maybe foolishly so. And he's gonna attack him with his dagger.
So you understand the situation, right? He is looking
Yes, I do.
He is looking to call more help.
Exactly. But I do miss my attack.
You do. He's got an AC of 16. This leader does, and he manages. You try and stab him, and it unfortunately misses. Oh wait, you rolled a 10 even. I thought you rolled a 15. My bad. Yeah, 10 definitely.
Nah, 10. Yeah, definitely misses.
Alrighty. Over to the orcs. Any from Team 1 still? No, they're all dead. We can mark them. Oh, we can mark them off the initiative then. Oh wait, is it 4s? Yeah, both the 4s are dead. Marcia.
I will pull out my dagger and try and stab him in the neck.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll stand up first. So.
Yeah, so you could have spring to your feet, and you just like, I guess you just rush forward towards him and just put all of your weight behind your stab. Try and bury your blade in his chest. Roll your attack. 3 points of damage. Not enough to kill him, but you do manage to cut him, slice him with the blade. Goblin is panicking, you're panicking, you're both on 1 hit point.
Pike, wherever you are, stop the orc! Trip him or something!
Your turn, Pike.
Okay, I guess I will fire my crossbow at the big guy then.
Worth mentioning, the rage has now come to an end. The remaining orc. Yeah, you can fire your crossbow.
So we're gonna shoot at this big boy.
Yeah, and I think you've got advantage on the attack because you are stealthed. He's not aware of the shot coming in. That's 5 points of damage. That's half his health. Guy's much tankier than the other orcs. Much more health.
Nice!
He hit you.
Then,
Yeah, he hits him right in the back, that bolt.
And then I will reload.
Yeah, very good. No longer invisible.
Yeah, he knows where I'm at now, so...
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so there is still that one goblin, and that goblin is actually a part of group 1. He's just very, very defiant, bless him. Let's see if he continues to roll well on his morale. Every round, yeah. Oh my god, this goblin, he does not want to give up. looking to impress the leader, comes up behind Grim, and goes for another bonk. And that
That's a
hits.
hit.
3 points of damage on Grim.
-1, that's 2.
And Layla, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna smile at Demetrios and leave this orc for him, and I'm gonna move towards the lead.
Yeah. You got 30 feet that you can move.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to engage the orc. I'm gonna dash basically.
Yeah. Very good. And that's your turn.
Looks like it's just me and you.
As he points at you, Demetrios.
I've always been one to be alone. Come on. All right.
Amazing.
Oh yeah.
So he rushes towards you, you rush towards him, and you clash in the center. He went high, you went low. Your blade has sunk into his side. The orc looks down, he realizes what you've done. His eyes grow wide, and then he grows limp and falls to the ground. You've got him.
Awesome. Okay, so 25 more feet will be to there. Okay, end of turn.
Right. All the orcs have been defeated. Goblins are running around like fucking mental. This goblin here. Gonna try. Actually, I'm gonna roll a morale check to see if he even wants to stick around. I'm gonna roll with disadvantage. 5. Realizing what you've just done, he whimpers and he just runs. He's gonna dash away off the map. He could have tried to finish you off, but he just didn't think he could do it. Which is fair enough. Major Orc, however, gonna turn around with Layla rushing up towards him. He's gonna turn and swing.
Ooh.
And that's another fucking crit. This time from the leader. 7 points of damage as he knocks you down. Now turns to you, Grim, before now moving down the steps.
Oh god.
He's moved further.
Choices.
He's moved further than that hex, but he's still on the steps. So if you went to the top of the steps, you'd be able to see him. And if you're within 5 feet of him now, or you were within 5 feet of him, you'd be able to get within 5 feet of him if you chased him. Yeah?
Yeah, well, Lyla can attack better than I do, so can Demetrius, so I'm gonna cast healing on Layla.
Okay.
Get up, you! Oh, let me pick my... Yep, there you go. Divine spell. Oh, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Can I?
Yeah, you can use it. You gotta take the new result, though.
Very well. Gotta be better than this.
That's a
Still
fail.
fail,
That's a
but
fail.
it's not a crit fail.
It's not a crit fail, so you don't have to repent. Go back to town and repent. Don't know what you would do with a dwarven god of spite. You have to throw eggs at people, I guess.
And, by the way, my Shield of Fate is done.
It is over. The spell doesn't work. And I imagine your turn is over.
I'm gonna walk up to the stairs at least to see, to be able to keep an eye on him. And that's it.
Alright, Marcia.
I'm gonna stand up from prone. No, I would have been stood up last turn.
Yeah, you would have.
Never mind, I can move 60.
So you've got two options. You can either shoot at the goblin who's running away, who's not a threat anymore, or you can like double move and get into the rest of the fight.
Yeah, no, I was thinking again to there.
Yeah, it's fine. Move up.
Bonk.
Right, over to Pike. What do you want to do, Pike?
Well, I think,
Save the day.
yeah, gonna go up to the top of the stairs, point the crossbow at the dude and fire and hope for the best.
Alrighty. Good luck.
I'm pretty sure he's. There's no advantage on this, I'm sure.
Definitely sure.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Nope.
Ah!
Oh, I'm gonna luck that.
You gonna luck it?
I'm gonna luck it. Hang on. Let me remove it from my sheet so I don't forget.
Cool. Good luck. Best of luck for your luck. Oh! So, with that in mind, your crossbow becomes jammed, and it now stops working.
Oh no.
You can repair it, but it will take time.
Yeah. We don't have time, but that's my turn.
So this goblin here, the bravest of all of the goblins, honestly, give that man a crown. He's looking around, he's kind of perceiving his surroundings. He's gonna kind of rush up. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check for him, actually. 10, okay, he's not the brightest. And that's his morale check, natural 20. He comes up behind Pike and goes to try and bonk him.
Uh-oh.
12.
I am bonked. I am unconscious.
He knocks you on the back of the head. I will say you're not bleeding out because he's used a bludgeoning weapon, and
Oh, okay.
it's intentionally a knockout weapon. A lot of these races, they like to knock people out so they can, like, you know, do ransom or eat them or whatever.
Yeah, makes sense.
Lots of choices for capturing people.
No, there was a sideways one. There we go. There it is.
And yeah, it is right on the head because you're
Do
the
I
same
roll
size.
down the stairs?
Oh yeah, you would.
I'm in trouble.
You tumble down a couple of steps, but the orc leader is a bit further down. Layla, you can roll me a d20 to see if you can kick back up. Nope. That's one of your...
I start coughing up blood.
Nice, I like that. I've been liking your descriptions today. I know it's probably not going to matter, depending on what happens next, but I'm going to give you a luck point. You know, never know, maybe you're rolling that 20 on your next turn.
Well, it's probably about as foolhardy as it gets, but that's just who Demetrios is. Okay, so I know 25 feet is not enough to catch the leader, but if I dash and I'm going down the stairs, could I, like, jump and try to tackle him?
Ooh. Okay. I will allow you to attempt this. It is going to require a check from you. Like a leaping check. And I'm just going to very quickly reference the rules. And I'm going to make a decision, okay?
Okay.
It's going to be either strength or dexterity, obviously. It's about choosing which is more appropriate, you know, for this. Alrighty, so strength. Bending the bars, lifting a large rock overhead, smashing open locked doors, dexterity, diving away from a trap, saving a tripwire, scaling a sheer castle wall. It's going to be a dex check.
Okay. Unfortunate for me.
And yes, you can. You can stabilize without magic. It requires an intelligence check.
Ah, fudge.
So, you try and leap towards this orc, and you do. You leap about 2 steps before you trip and tumble down towards his feet. You do manage to slam into him, and you knock him down, but you also knock yourself down. And that's your turn.
I'll take it. Thank you.
It's now the orc's turn, as he now struggles back to his feet. He sees Pike on the ground, and he kind of snarls at Pike, and he looks at you as you're desperately trying to get back to your feet. And he's going to go for an attack on you. $16. He hits you.
That's a hit.
There's 3 points of damage. And he now
Ha! You're gonna need to do better than that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
and he now rushes down the rest of the steps. And upon getting to the bottom, he now turns the corner. And it's a dungeon. You get the impression he might be calling for backup. Grim.
Well, Grim is gonna sadly turn his back to the goblin, hoping, you know, he won't be coming after him, and he's gonna go to Layla, try to stabilize her.
Yeah, this
With-
is.
Barbaric healing because he has no more spells.
So you're going to try and stabilize.
Yeah, this is what I gotta do.
Then it's intelligence check.
Ooh!
I think it's int, not wisdom. I'll double.
Oh no!
I'll double check it. But giving first aid to a dying character is intelligence. What's your int
Well, he's
modifier?
Oh damn
He
it!
still rolled a 15 on the die.
Yeah, but is he? Does he have a -1? Does he have a -2?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Actually, it's the same modifier.
Really?
Actually, no. As a -1, so that will be 15. 15 is the DC though, so that will be a success.
Let me just double check to make sure. That
You
you're...
have a -1. That
Yeah. If your intelligence modifier is 0, that is a 15.
Yes.
You succeed.
Hell yeah!
Layla, you've just barely been stabilized by Grim. You were so close to death.
You're too lazy today. You gotta get up. Do your work.
I'm still at 0 though.
Correct.
And
You're- yeah. Marcia.
I'm going to step 1, 2. I'm gonna take a shot at this one because he's just hanging out.
Dude, it's just the bravest fucking goblin in existence. And at this point, he looks to the ground, he finds another club, and he's now dual-wielding clubs. He's a fucking machine. And he turns around, he sees you, and he grimaces as you fire a shot. He just hopes that it's going to miss him. Where does it hit him? Because he's dead.
Between the eyes, like the rest of them.
Right in the head. And Grim, you're starting to actually admire the bravery of this little green man as he literally gets shot in the head and dies in front of you.
I'll give him a decent burial if we have time.
I don't think you will. Pike's knocked out. I will, just for like flavor and flair, I will still have you roll a d20 to see if you can like shrug it off and get back up. That sounds kind of interesting to me. If you want to roll that, Pike. It's nothing negative.
You need me to roll a d6, right?
No. I want you to roll a d20.
D20. Okay.
Yeah, you're yes.
Ooh!
It doesn't matter what you roll. It doesn't matter what you roll. Like the idea is that you're unconscious, but I'm letting you roll what you would normally
okay.
roll if you were like dying to see if you can get back up. And it's my way of kind of saying, well, you've been hit in the head, but maybe you can kind of come back to consciousness and kind of drag yourself back up the steps.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
Now, Pike did get hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I would agree. This goblin is fucking gone too. So yeah, quite a few of the goblins have managed to run away. Some of them have died. All of the orcs are dead, apart from the leader who managed to get away. But with that in mind, guys, as I'm looking around on the map, the combat's over. Yeah, you don't need to stabilize Pike. But Layla, you can also roll me a d20 to see if you can pull yourself back to your feet or not.
Regroup!
Alrighty, so Demetrios, you see that the orc has now managed to get away, and he's rushed around the corner. You could chase him, but it wouldn't be recommended.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Pike over my shoulder and head back up the stairs.
Yeah, and he's small enough. You just pick him up, you head back up the steps, and you guys now both arrive back at the top. And that's your movement to get up
Pike,
there.
new guys, good job. But what do we do now?
And it's with you saying that you guys suddenly hear this very faint echoed shouting from down the stairs. You get the impression that there are obviously more orcs down there, more enemies down there. and they are aware of your presence. If you stay here, you're gonna have to fight more orcs.
Run like hell.
Do you guys want to bolt?
Agreed. Yep. Wise choice.
Okay, so what direction do you guys want to bolt in?
Do we know any fortified places around here? Maybe other ruins? Or, I don't know, just back to town?
You could head back to town. You could just kind of like pull away. You could run into a random direction and just find somewhere to catch a breather, right?
Guys, we definitely need to rest. Especially
Yeah.
my spells, you know.
Demetrios will go along with whatever you want to do, but he would like to cut some orc hands off. Do you think we have time?
I would say you have time to each go over and cut off a hand.
Okay, perfect. So
It's
Alright.
specifically like the left hand, because the idea is that, like, you know, it's a set. Each hand is different, right, for left and right. Thumbs on a different side. So you take one hand from each orc, the left hand. Because orc
Okay.
heads are too much to carry, as you can imagine, too heavy.
So yeah, I guess we'll go over here. There's 5 orcs here. We'll each cut off a left hand, and then we'll jet to the east and sneak around back to town.
Yeah, there's 3 of you who are conscious, so 3 of you can collect 1 each.
Ah, crap. I thought we'd get 5, but 3 is good.
Yeah, well, 2 of you are unconscious, right? So, not going to be
No,
doable.
fair. I wasn't trying to argue.
Definitely not. And yeah, we'll have a little break very shortly. So you guys scurry over. You know, chop off a hand each. And rummage through the pockets to see if any of these orcs have anything. If you guys would each like... Actually, let me just have one of you check. Yeah, so one of you's actually going to find something. We're going to find out which one of you does find it, though. And we'll figure that out with a intelligence check. For looting. Marcia rolls higher. Yeah, Marcia, you can roll a D100 for what bit of treasure you guys find on the orc. Oh, sorry, the orcs that are here. We'll see what you roll. 15 on the treasure table. Let's see what it is. You find 2 empty glass vials worth 6 gold pieces.
Eh.
Yeah, if you'd rolled like really high number, you would have found something pretty, you know, valuable. But
Yeah.
that's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately, with the lower treasure table. But you do each have a hand, and you guys now scurry off with your wounded followers. I'll bring us back to the original map. So you want to make your way back towards town?
I think. I say that's a good idea.
Yep.
Alrighty. So making your way back to town, you guys retrace your steps. You have to be quite careful. You never know what's going to be out there. I would like you guys to all roll me a wisdom check if you are conscious, so the 3 of you. See if you can retrace your steps. Thank God that the cleric. Oh my God!
Come on, 3 for 3. Let's go.
3 for 3. Very good. I'll give the 2 of you who rolled natural 20. I'll give you both a luck point as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I use mine to re-roll my loot?
No, unfortunately.
If only.
So you do start to make your way back to town. But what I'm going to require now might, I don't know, might hamper this travel back. I'm going to have the 2 players who are currently unconscious both roll me a d6. If you roll a 1, there'll be a random encounter. Very good.
Bloody hell.
This is exciting because
Let's do
remember,
this.
guys, random encounters can vary, and distance plays into it, and also stealth. But yes, something has happened.
Hey, maybe we get to face something other than orcs and goblins. You know, that'll be cool a little bit.
Maybe. By saying that, both orcs and goblins are on this fucking random encounter chart, so we'll see.
Just watch. We're gonna find more orcs.
Yeah, perhaps. Let's find out. I do need the other roll as well from Layla. Well, it has already been rolled.
What am I rolling for?
D6. Random encounter. Very good. Okay. Looks
The duality of man.
alrighty.
Two nat
So
20s, two nat 1s.
I'm gonna have Demetrios, and we'll have we'll have Grim. Both roll a a D4 each. Alrighty.
Number 1.
Right, guys, we'll take a break here. 5 minutes or so whilst I get this ready.
All right, needs 5 minutes to figure out how we're gonna die.
Oh boy.
I'm preparing something quite interesting for you guys. It's going to be a scenario. And I think you guys will like it. Cool. Make sure you guys don't join the live stream because I am going to be on that map. Just for a reference. It might be.
I'm gonna take this chance to ask a question. Are we using like the regular quote unquote official Mystara deities, or are we using Petra, Halav, and Zirchev?
Well, that wouldn't probably be appropriate for a dwarf anyway, would it?
Probably not, yeah.
But if you are a human cleric, then yeah, it would be up to you. You could either worship one of the churches. So it's either what, the Church of Karamikos or like the Church of Traladara, right?
They're both human fashions, right? I'll take
Correct. Correct. Yeah, they're just different,
Yeah.
like ethnical, cultural groups of humans.
I ended up going for Cass, the god of revenge, because I don't think Grim really fits with Moradin, which is the dwarven god.
Right.
If that's cool. Because he's a barbarian now, well, background.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alrighty. How many hands? So they've got 3 left hands. So that's going to be 30 gold that the party have got from killing those orcs, and they would have been able to get more if they had more time. But with the orcs coming up to reinforce, they don't know how many orcs that would have been. But this encounter, as you guys can see, is looking quite interesting, isn't it? We'll see how they deal with it. Get rid of that token and move these 2 in. Alright, actually, we should really take the current hit points. Let's have a look at the other map. There we go. Brilliant. Alright, be a sec, guys. We'll be back on in a moment. Alrighty, I'm back as well. Just waiting on Marcia. But I will say that you guys do come to, finally. You're back to 1 hit point, those of you who went down. Unfortunately, Grim does not have any healing available.
Sorry.
So you guys are unfortunately stuck with very little. 1 hit to go down. So yeah, this could really be the end for at least some of your characters. To continue, you might need to roll up a new one. But we will see. This is an interesting scenario, at least.
Is there anything like the dodge action from 5e?
No. As far as I'm aware. I mean, you could tell me that you wanted to try and dodge, but I don't think I would have it be a dodge action. The cool thing about an open system is that I can kind of make my own kind of rulings and my own decisions on how things work. Let me just, you know, like how in my dueling system, you like roll against their attack to try and negate it?
Uh-huh.
I might allow something like that.
Cool, I like that.
Means you got, you know, that does sound pretty cool. And if you fail, then, you know, that's it, really. I do like player-facing systems. I did think about running it for Shadowdark, but I thought with us learning all these new rules and this new system, I didn't really know if having it be player-facing would be a good idea. But player-facing basically means that I don't roll attacks anymore. You guys roll a block. That's kind of how it works. So you roll block checks. And it's a d20 plus your modifier for your block checks, and your modifier is whatever your AC is, take away 10. So whatever your AC is over 10, so let's say you've got 16 AC, your bonus would be a +6, right? Or a +5. You've got to try and beat their attack number. For orcs, it might be 14. You've got to be at 14, otherwise you get hit. So, quite an interesting idea. I might do it for a future one-shot, see how it works. This is like the right kind of system to be trying out new shit that I don't normally do. It means I wouldn't need to fuck around with as many macros. I could be a lot more freeform with my monsters, and I wouldn't have to worry about, like, having to set up the macros for a monster, and that taking, like, 10 minutes. I could literally just drag a fucking dragon onto the screen and say, yeah, it's got a DC 15 to avoid it hitting you. It's pretty straightforward. Right, so everybody's back. You guys are all.
I'm ready.
Yeah, so you guys are all back on your feet. You're all running together, and guys, you are running. And the reason why is because the orcs have sent out a hunting party for you guys after what you've done. And off in the distance, you can hear their roars, their screams, their cries of battle. And you realize that you are now being pursued. And you don't know how long you guys are going to be able to run for. You're all starting to feel tired. You're starting to feel drained. And some of you are starting to fall behind. I'd like you to each roll me a con save to determine who is falling behind.
Uh-oh.
Demetrios, no. Bloody hell. Very British of you, I like that. Alright, so I'm doing it. So Pikes, surprisingly, despite getting knocked unconscious, you're at the front. And then who's our next highest would be Layla. And Grim. Then Marcia, then Demetrios. Yeah, I guess it's really, put them into a state of system shock, See if these goblins are going to be able to... Yeah, and it is goblins that are like at the front right now, the ones that are really giving you the chase. And I think it kind of makes sense the orcs have sent out their little minions to, give chase. But anyway, you realize, guys, that you're running out of time. Based on your location, you do realize that if you can overcome the cliffs and the rocks ahead and get out to the other side, the town is just down the hill. You're probably only about 200-300 feet from the edge of town, from where the guards are, where people would actually help you. You could scream out for help, but you need to get there. It is really that close. I'm going to bring you guys to the map, and I'll explain the encounter. Yeah, we've got dynamic lighting for this. So the dynamic lighting, it covers the high, tall rocks to your west and north. You can see that there is the mouth that leads into kind of a higher point. Remember, guys, the terrain and the region that you guys are adventuring is hills and mountainous. So it's very, very overwhelming. There's some trees to the south, and guys, there are also some goblins. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot of goblins, but this is just their first wave. You can't stand and fight. You can obviously kill a couple of them to lower their action economy if you wanted to, but just know that eventually I'm going to bring more enemies in, because this isn't just the, this isn't all of them. And as you guys kind of come to this corner and you take another step forward, or 5 feet forward, you kind of rushing towards the mouth of this area, you suddenly notice a a group of orcs ahead. But these orcs do not look like the orcs that you faced before. Actually, they look like a different tribe. And they seem to just be playing. They have the skull of what appears to be another orc, and they're kicking it to each other like they're playing football. Or soccer to you Americans who are playing, right? But they're just kicking the ball, they're kicking their skull to each other, having a bit of a laugh. Goblins actually aren't right where they are currently. They're a little bit further back, but the idea is once we actually officially start, that's where they're going to be. So they're a little bit further away. But Pike, you spot these orcs. You know you're being chased. Do you want to try and stealth? Or not? Because the idea, guys, if you want to get out of this alive, you need to get to the top left corner of this map. There's a safe zone. You look in that direction. If you've got, you might not be able to see it from your current position, but some of you will be able to see it. I think Layla and Pike especially. The top left corner of this map is a safe zone. You guys understand?
Yep, makes sense to me.
Yeah. Loki, I'm not sure if my token has vision on.
It probably doesn't. My apologies. Does it now?
Yep, much better, thank you.
You're very welcome. Sorry about that. Alright, so it seems you guys just kind of run into this area. These orcs turn around and notice your approach, hearing the commotion, all the squawking and squealing. And they now just look at you, Pike and Layla, deciding how they feel about you guys. I'll have you, Pike, roll me a 2d6, I believe it is. This will determine their point of view upon your approach.
I do a +2 to correct.
That's good. It does say that you have to immediately interact with the creatures to influence their attitude.
Pike will wave his arms to them. Help us! We're being chased by another evil tribe. An evil tribe.
Not another.
Another evil tribe.
He's tired. He's tripping over his words. And he's trying his best.
You know what? The orcs don't immediately grab hold of their weapons, or I mean they do, but they don't charge. And this one here at the front, he kind of he kind of raises his head, his chin, and he looks down at you guys, and he gestures for you guys to approach. I want you guys to click on your tokens and roll initiative for me.
Ooh.
Okay. Goblin. Uh-oh, guys.
These fucking goblins.
These fucking goblins. So the goblins start off first. And they rush forward, actually now arriving in their official positions. And they now begin to volley arrows. They throw whatever they can at you guys to try and pummel you. And because there's so many of them, they're each gonna, there's 5 of them, there's 5 of you. We'll do 1 each. We'll start off with Layla. Misses. Grim. Hits. You take 1 point of damage. Or actually,
-1 because of my pauldrons, which is 0.
it would be an additional d4. because it's a crit.
Ooh.
So actually, it would be 5, so it'd be 4 points of damage.
All right, I'm down to 2.
Next shot will be towards Pike. As you kind of get there and you call out for these orcs to help, an arrow hits you in the side.
That takes me down.
And at the back, Marcia misses, and Demetrios
Oh, hell.
hits you right in the back, and you topple over,
Ooh.
and the goblins end their turn. At this point, guys, you realize things are not looking good. You need to get moving. Layla.
I'm gonna move over and pick up Pike, and then I'm gonna start to move towards the safe zone.
Who's gonna carry Demetrius? I got 9 strength.
So you kind of grab hold of Pike, and Grim kind of shouts that out to you. Do you want to try and grab Demetrios instead? You are strong, and the rest of the party is not. You're the strongest in the group.
Yeah, I'll go pick up Demetrius.
Good decision. You kind of run forward, then you kind of sprint back, grab hold of Demetrios, and using your action, you're gonna double move, right? And try and drag him. Obviously, your hit points would be 0, and yeah, you start dragging him. Getting him up to here. Very good, Grim.
Run up to Pike and drag him. I think that'll
That's
be
about
it
it.
right here.
Yeah.
All right. And pretty much picking someone up is an action, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna cast Shield of Fate on myself.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's a fail.
It's failed.
Nope,
It fails.
No more spells. I'm just a shitty warrior now.
Who's chasing you lot then?
Evil orcs! And I point back up the hill. Evil orcs! Unlike you good orcs! And hope they fucking understand something.
He cocks his head at you. Roll me a charisma check.
12.
Evil, eh? Ah! We're far more evil than they are. Boys! Other orcs! Follow boss's orders.
And yeah,
Hell yeah.
these orcs start moving forward. Pike is down, so you need to roll a d20.
Yep. Need to roll a d20. That's a 2.
That is a 2. How many rounds have you got? 3 rounds?
I had 3 rounds.
There's 2 now.
I'm down to 3 rounds.
The orcs now start coming towards you guys, and it is very intimidating having all these big, burly monsters charging in your direction. Imagine, Grim, for a moment you kind of close your eyes as they're getting so close, just kind of expecting one of them to hit you, but they kind of pause before you guys. Marcia.
I'm gonna take a shot at this one, and then I'm gonna keep running.
Which one, sorry?
This one.
Cool.
Okay.
8. It misses, unfortunately.
10, 5. Can get to like.
Cool. So you scurry up. Demetrios can roll me a d20 to see if he can kick himself back up.
Just hold down left click.
Probably not.
Yeah, just hold left click. This goblin gets behind this rock here. Yes, they are rocks. Moving up. This goblin notices the orcs and now panics and just completely misses his shot. It hits this wall. He freaks out seeing like big orcs, and they're different. They clearly look different. Some of them actually have like bones between their nostrils, like mixed into their noses. One's got like a split tongue. Like these orcs are clearly of a different group. Less armor. Different weapons. These guys have got like spears. Very, very different. Metal rocker orcs. Yeah, basically at this point. One of them will fire a shot though at Layla, but because of how afraid these goblins are, he's got disadvantage. He could still hit. No, he rolls a nat 1.
Ooh.
Rolls a nat 1 and accidentally shoots his buddy in the ass. But I guess it doesn't actually hit its ass, it like slices, right? So it leaves a cut. The goblin kind of panics and fires its shot as well. Both goblins, you know, completely miss. They are moving up, they are getting into position, and Layla, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna dash.
Alrighty. I'd say roll me a strength check if you're gonna try and do this big dash with Demetrios over one shoulder. After all, you've only got 1 hit point. If you've got grit, I'd let you roll with advantage. Like strength grit.
I do.
Yeah, so roll with advantage on a strength check for me. You're looking for about DC 12? Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you managed to drag him there. Grim.
I'm gonna tell to the orcs, say to the orcs, you really are the evilest of them all. The goblins are terrified. And look, the orcs right behind them, they should be too. I don't really see them, but I'm gonna say that. And I'm gonna drag Pike and dash to the safe zone. Strength?
Yep. DC 9 for you.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
What happens?
You only managed to get to here, and that's using like both movement.
Damn.
So yeah, you get there, and you're just exhausted at this point. All the orcs are looking at you, and they're all, you know, one of them's kind of contemplating maybe just burying his spear in you, but the one at the front here says, "Remember, we've got orders." This one said,
Oh, fuck the orders. I say we eat them. They look easy to eat. Tasty, even.
and he kind of points over the one that's over Grim's shoulder and says,
He's got no meat on his bones. There's nothing to eat. Follow orders.
the orcs move up, and they're gonna lob a spear each at the goblins.
Fine, you say these are orcs. They're goblins.
And that's going to be a throw from each of them. So that'll be 15 and an 8. One of them does hit. And it's a D6. 3 points of damage. The goblin at the front gets hit by a spear and he just flops to the ground. It's one of those quite large spears. Not a javelin, it's a proper spear. And yeah, the goblin is dead. He ain't getting up. Hmm. Interesting.
Don't eat me.
So I think with you guys kind of pausing where you are, Grim, and you saying what you say, I want you to roll me another charisma check.
Very well.
I've decided this.
Woo!
Natural 20. Very good.
Ah,
You look as unappetizing as possible.
Yeah, because you are very plump, aren't you? And
quite plump.
So, what's your argument against not eating you? What do you think? What is not appetizing about eating a dwarf?
Dwarves have very lean meat. It doesn't really taste good. It tastes kind of like bland, like rock.
How do you know?
Mm. Shit.
Do you eat your own as well? I've eaten orc. I don't know if your nat 20's gonna count if you can't keep
Very
up.
well, very well, very well. Oh, yeah. We're also too hairy. We're all nasty. We're all covered in goblin blood as well. Goblins are nasty, yeah? I had some. I hated it. That's clearly a lie.
I don't like hairy meat. I prefer clean shaven meat. Oh, like that little one on your shoulder.
Just look at his feet, though. They're totally nasty. Hairy.
His feet!
Ew.
Pike, it's your turn. You roll a d20. He might be dead in a minute anyway. Like,
Pike takes 1 point of psychic damage after having his feet insulted.
My feet are I'm very proud of my feet. Thank you very much. I would
He has
say if I
only
was
pants
conscious.
for his feet.
it's amazing. You're about to die, and they're like making fun of your feet as you're dying. Like, what a way to go. What a heartbreaking death.
Way to go.
So it's worth mentioning, Grim, that Pike is bleeding quite profusely onto you, and you realise that if you keep carrying him the way you are, I mean, sure, you're gonna get him out of this alive. Well, sorry, you're gonna get out, yeah, exactly, but not alive. But you're gonna get him out of there, but just not alive.
Well, next turn, if I'm still alive, I'm gonna try to stabilize him.
Yeah,
And hope for the best.
you're on a natural 20. The orcs have decided that they find orc meat to be gristly and chewy and hairy.
Yummy.
So, but you, on the other hand, Marcia, you do look quite appetizing. But these orcs have got orders. Your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna slink past this guy and keep moving. 5, 10, 30, 35, 40, oop, 40, 45, 50, 60. I'm gonna go there.
Alright, Dimitri, I need to roll me a d20.
Not good.
I think you guys are almost both gone, aren't you? You're on a d4. What's your core modifier, Demetrios?
1.
You've got this has been your second round. At the end of your third round, you are dead. You need to be stabilized. So Layla, you would probably realize that you probably need to try and stabilize Demetrios soon. Otherwise, he's going to be dead. It might be worth Marcy helping too. So that in mind, the goblins now scurry and hide behind the rocks, firing a couple of shots at the orcs. Either of those hit, one of them does. Suddenly, 2 goblins appear from one of the other ways into this area to the southwest. The 2 orcs that were standing next to you guys now both get shot at by these goblins. And they both get hit. This orc's like, "Yeah, you're alright, dwarf." As an arrow hits him in the back of their head.
Ooh.
Yep. The other one gets hit in the leg. Alrighty. They're both gonna move up as well. This one's kind of staying close to the wall. This one's more out in the open. Layla.
I'm gonna move to the safe zone, and then I'm gonna try to stabilize Demetrios.
Alrighty, you can... Actually, you can't get into the safe zone unless you succeed on a DC 12 strength check, but you have advantage. Being a fighter with grit. Yeah, it's DC 12. You managed to drag him in, put him down, and if you want to, you can roll me an intelligence check to see if you can stabilize him.
Oh wait, that was initiative, my bad.
Well, we still take the roll. You know how it works in my normal campaign. And that roll is a natural 20. So with that in mind, you
Thank you, kind lady.
put pressure on Demetrios' wounds, and surprisingly, Demetrios, you actually come to. You're prone,
Wow, what an adventure.
but you are stabilized. What a brutal adventure. Grim.
I take it it's pretty much impossible for me to drag Pike to the safe zone and then stabilize him there. So
Well-
I'm gonna have to try that here or
Well,
not.
Roll a strength check. I mean, you won't be able to get
Very
to
well.
you won't be able to get to the safe zone, but you could get close to it.
Ooh, okay, that's better. Yeah, I'm trying to pick Pike. I can't. And now I want to stabilize him.
Yeah, roll me an intelligence check.
Ooh, here he goes. Short Kings to the end. Ah, shit.
That is a fail, unfortunately. Over to the hairless dog orcs. That's what they're called. These goblins backing off. They come scurrying back over. Already used their spears. Or at least one of them. They're going to dash into combat. Then their turns. Pike, you'd roll me a d20.
Just the last one.
Oh no,
Over
Pike!
truth. Let's do it.
Oh!
You desperately tried to bring him round, but Pike is gone.
No! My favorite halfling! My friend!
Oh man.
That's one death, guys. The orcs come rushing over, and interestingly, I mean, the orc that actually got that I'm sorry, the goblin that got that shot off just gets fucking yeeted by one of the orcs. Let's see if he actually hits with his attack, if the yeet actually works. Doesn't, so he goes to this massive swing. I mean, it's a real pelter. And the goblin manages to, like, actually, it just drops to the ground. It flies straight over the top of the goblin. And the goblin is just in a sheer panic right now, trying to stay alive. Marcia.
I'm gonna get into here.
You're dashing. Cool. Alrighty. Demetrios, it is your turn, but you are in the safe zone.
Could
this
I
point.
longbow this goblin to the south?
Yeah, if you want.
Oh God!
And your
Why
bow
did I do this?
and your bowstring comes off.
Oh my god.
Your bowstring comes off and is flung 15 feet. And there it is, right there to the south.
Well, I think I'm just gonna have to buy a new bow.
Getting a new string, it shouldn't be too much money. You can keep the bow. Alrighty, over to the goblins, who are obviously fighting for their lives right now. These ones are going to move forward one of them's going to fire a great shot towards Grim.
Oh, here we go.
It hits,
Oh!
and Grim goes down. The other one's going to fire over towards the orc over here. But he's got a really bad shot, so I'm going to give him disadvantage. 3 misses anyway. Cool. And these goblins here are both going to run away, realizing that the orcs are just way too scary to deal with in melee. Layla.
I'm gonna step out, grab Grim, and drag him in.
Yeah.
Grim would thank you so much if he could.
And if I can, I'm gonna attempt to stabilize him.
Yep, you can try. Intelligence. Natural one.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay. Your luck point. Right, at least it's not on that one. Grim, if you rolled how many rounds you have?
About 2.
Do that.
D4 plus con.
Yep.
3.
Alright, so roll me a d20. This is your first round of 3. You have not got back up. The orcs give chase, as you could expect. But then, I guess one of them actually does. But the other one, who's a bit more wounded, turns back towards you guys. He's going to dash up to Pike. He sees that Pike's dead. And he says, "Call it a deal."
Oh no.
As he grabs hold of Pike's wrist
Oh no.
and starts dragging him away. Dinner.
Merciless.
Both these orcs are going to throw their spears. One of them hits. Not enough damage to kill it. One of the goblins is injured. So you guys are all in the safe zone now, which means that the combat has ended. And if you wish to now run down the hill towards town, you may do so.
I'm still dying though, am I not?
That is correct, actually. So, Marcia, do you want to try and stabilize him?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay, it's intelligence check.
Oh, is it?
It is, yeah. DC 15.
I'll try.
You've
Oh
got it.
yes!
Grim still in the fight, still in the game.
Not this time. Alright.
Alrighty, so I'm just looking at the initiatives right now. Are you guys ready to run? Ready to leave?
Absolutely.
As you see, the orc slowly dragging Pike away. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Just stay clear of the feet.
Yeah, you made a deal with them, and it seems to have paid off. They were obviously eyeing to eat at least one of you, and they've unfortunately chosen Pike. As he's drugged away, you guys now head down the hill, back towards Threshold, in one piece. Congratulations, guys. 4 of you have made it and successfully reached Threshold. You guys have managed to bring back 3 hands, which you are able to trade in for 30 gold pieces. Additionally, you killed many orcs and many goblins, which means that all of you guys who've survived, level up.
And we still keep the same amount of XP that we had from before, right?
No. So the idea is that well, actually, how much XP are you on currently?
8.
You need 20 to level up, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so kind of what I'm doing is I'm just kind of giving you guys a reset, right? You need 12 experience to level up. The rest of the party who are level 1 need 10. Yeah? So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of meeting it down the middle and saying that you guys, relatively speaking, each get 10 experience from bringing back the treasure, killing the orcs, and managing to get back to town in one piece. You're all going to level up. You're all going to be back to 0 experience.
All right.
For the next benchmark. Congrats, guys. 2.5 hours.
Sadly, we had to pay the price.
You did, but the orcs have lost more numbers now, and a lot of the goblins are dead.
Well, Grim will definitely want to go back there eventually when, everybody's ready.
Definitely. We are 2.5 hours in. This might be a good place to call it, actually.
I'm currently level 3, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll for the new talent. All right.
Yep.
2d6.
And we also get another hit dice.
You would get. Well, you don't get any hit dice in this, do you?
Well, what I mean is like another
Health.
D8.
Yeah, you get more health.
All right.
Yeah, so
I was want to be arranged.
Yeah, so assuming you'd split the money 4 ways, right? So it'd be 30 divided by 4. Yeah, 7.5. Yeah, if you guys each want to add 7 gold and 5 silver to your sheet, that's how much you got for the Orcans.
And we also got 2 vials that were worth 6 each.
I think it's 6 total, sweetheart. That's how it's written. That's
Okay.
how it's written. So, 4 of you. Gonna be a weird number. 1.5 each. So you each get an additional gold and an additional 5 silver. So that will bring you guys up to 9 gold total. And yeah, you guys may roll for your hit points, which a few of you have already done. 3 fighters in this group.
And I roll with an advantage because I'm a dwarf.
You do?
Okay, and I go up to 15 hit points instead of 10.
I really do like that about dwarves, that you get like
Yep.
advantage on like your health. I think that's a really good thing.
And I get to pick another spell. Level 2. Tier 2, I mean. By the way, I like to get everyone together for like kind of a funeral for Pike, even though we don't have the body anymore, which definitely sucks.
Feels bad, man.
Shit.
Feels bad.
Gone but not forgotten.
What is the cost to get the bow restrung?
I'd say it would be a third of the value of the bow.
Okay.
So whatever the bow's value is in the game, it would be at 1/3 of that would be the requirement to get it restrung. As I think it's more the wood that is valuable about the bow, not the string necessarily, unless like the actual string that's being used is in short supply. Let's have a look.
Cool.
So how much would that be then? I don't have it up.
It's like 3.3.
There you go, yeah. 3 gold, 3 silver. Alright, and we're all reset on experience. Just so you guys understand how your XP progression works, I think it's like 1 out of 10 for level 1, 1 out of 20, 0 out of 20 for level, 20 experience, what you need for level 2 to get to level 3, and then it's 30, then 40. So whatever level you are, times it by 10, that's the amount of experience you need in order to level up. Now you guys need 20. And if you're level 3, you need 30.
All right. And I have learned the spell Smite. 1d6 damage near range.
Is that what you learned?
Yeah. I could pick between that and Bless and everything else. I'll go with that one. Zone of Truth.
Oh. Each time you gain a level, you choose a new priest spell to learn according to the priest spells known table.
Yeah, and this time a tier 2.
Tier 2, very cool. And what about your talents?
I rolled to get +1 to ranged or melee attack, and I went with the melee one. So
Very,
now
very
I
good.
finally don't have a negative modifier anymore.
Very cool. +2 strength. Well, oh yeah, you're level 3 as well, aren't you? +2 strength. What does that bring your strength up to?
14. So I get a
14.
+2 now.
Nice, that's good. All right, guys. Well, we'll call it there anyway. It's been a good one. Thank you everybody for watching the live stream. Hope you guys enjoy watching. We'll see what happens next time we play. If that's next week, then we'll see what happens next week. The orc numbers are thinning out now, and I think they're getting a bit desperate as it seems. But maybe we'll actually have a bit of a dungeon crawl next week, see if the party can overcome the threats within the actual lair itself. After biting off more than they could chew in the first run. And that's I like what kind of happened anyway over like this week and last week. It's very realistic that like you guys first went in there, you weren't very careful, you really put their alert up, you killed a couple of their brethren, so they kind of doubled down. They started actually patrolling outside, guarding the area. They started forcing the remnants of the goblin tribe in the area to join them. And now you've kind of culled down their numbers. These goblins don't really have many more numbers. A lot of them have scurried away. And, well, you've killed a lot of orcs today. A lot of orcs. I think you remember in the first session there was quite a lot of orcs down there. There was at least like a dozen. And now that dozen is, at least half a dozen are dead. But not
Hell
that
yeah.
big. But not that big one. That big one's still alive. I believe at henchman. Yeah, rest in peace, Pike. Big sad. Pike got you guys out. Pike got you guys out of that fucking dungeon to begin with.
He did, and he was the one that managed to do the most damage to the orc leader.
Yeah. How much are potions in this? Because that might not be a bad idea to get a potion if it's an option. Having one healer is great and all, but yeah, I don't think they've got it. I don't think they've actually got it on a listing for it.
Maybe like a first aid kit to I don't know, help stabilize at least.
Yeah, potentially.
15 is pretty crazy, which is good.
I mean,
I guess.
you do have 3 fighters as well, so it's not like you guys are already spaced out with the classes. But I agree, I do agree. That's kind of the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it? I mean, the good thing is now most of you are level 2, but then remember, guys, if you die, back to the beginning, back to start again. New character, fresh face, low HP.
As long as I stop failing my spell checks, I'm one hell of a tank. 15 hit points, goddamn.
Yeah, you need to get in there. You need to get in and do some proper tanking. Especially with that spell you've got that gives disadvantage. Very
all
good.
reliable.
All reliable. Alright, yeah, we'll wrap up the stream here. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.